Welcome to the Secret of Oneness. So tonight I came on here to let you know that I'm going to be creating some new content. I'm going to be bringing the heat. There's a lot of people out there that are stuck in religion. The church has always taught you about heaven and hell, and you're a sinner or a saint, or there's a God and a devil, and there's spiritual warfare. And none of that is true. The only issue is that you don't know who you are. You don't know your identity. And so I'm going to be coming a few times a week to present to you the truth of who you are. I'm going to use the scriptures to reveal it. You're going to know your identity. You're going to know that you are one. If you want to get a head start, you can check out 1 John 4:4. And notice in the very beginning of that scripture, it says, ye are of God. You are of God. It doesn't say you're separate from God. A lot of people talk about being one with God and, Jesus is in me. And, they talk all about that stuff. But, they talk about Jesus as if he's like in your shirt pocket. Let me show you my little Jesus. I pull him out and he's like a little action figure. That's not the Jesus that we're talking about. That's not the Christ. And Christ is not a person. It says in 1 Corinthians 1:24 that Christ is the wisdom and power of God. So you have the wisdom and power of God within you. It is you. You are reality. You are God. Now, you're not the God, but you are God. And you are the one who creates your own reality. And I'm going to walk you through this, through the scriptures. I'm going to show you all the scriptures that point that out. Remember in Romans 12:2, it says to renew your mind to the truth. And a lot of people try to beat the scriptures into their mind. They beat themselves with the Bible, trying to memorize all the scriptures that they can memorize because they're trying to renew their mind. But if you remember in Romans 8:7, it says that the carnal mind is against God, and it always will be. And remember that the carnal mind, when you fall over dead, all those scriptures will be in that dead brain, that dead body. It won't do you any good. So Romans 12:2 talks about thinking from a new mind, okay? To think from a new mind. And remember in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 10 through 16, it talks about the spirit and the mind. And in verse 14, it talks about how that the spirit is spiritually appraised. It's spiritually revealed. So you cannot understand the things of God. Your carnal mind can never understand the things of God because they're spiritually appraised. Okay? So when you walk from the knowing from within yourself that you are God, that you are the creator, that you are one. You're not two that kind of looks like one. You're not a carnal person that's going to church and trying to be like God or to follow a God. A lot of these Christians, they talk about being one with God and all this stuff. But again, like I'm saying, they separate everything. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get to the point when you really truly understand that you're one, that there is no separation, that's when you get to the secret of oneness. That's when you get to the peace. That's when you get into the power, right? So let me leave you with something here. Think about this. If you are praying to a God, or you are worshiping a God outside of you, but the scripture says that God is within, that the kingdom is within you, then how are you praying to a God outside of you? Maybe that's why you're not getting any answers. Think about it. I'll see you soon.